Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and on my page I love to talk about self-love and self-growth. So go ahead and click the subscribe button because I promise you are going to love it here. So today is a little bit different. I'm standing up today because, I'm standing on business. Because in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how to stop letting these dusties break your heart. I know a lot of people talk about how to get over heartbreak, but I want to talk about how to prevent heartbreak because I feel like we shouldn't have to go through that. Yes, sometimes relationships will go through hardships and hard times, but I just really feel like we should not have to go through the struggle of being brokenhearted just because we want to be in love. And before we start, dusty does not have anything to do with the money in their bank account. Dusty means how they treat you. A dusty is just a trash person altogether. Nothing about the bank account. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So the first step is to know the warning signs. And I'm not gonna lie, the number one warning sign is that you're dealing with a dusty, love bombing. If somebody is love bombing you, you could feel it. A lot of times people love bomb you just to get what they want, just to sleep with you and then go ghost. Love bombing can look like this. You guys have been texting just for one day and they're already saying things like, oh, I can't wait for you to have my baby. I can't wait for you to be my wife. Sir, calm down. How do you know after one day of texting me that I'm supposed to be your wife? Come on now. They are love bombing, and I've dealt with that so many times. I fell for a person that love bombed me like crazy. And after I gave him what he wanted, he literally exited stage right or stage left. So yeah, don't fall for it, sis. Understand the warning signs of love bombing because they're out here and they're out here coming in hot. They're deceitful. The next thing I want you to do is to stop letting them have such easy access to you. Make it a little bit harder to talk to you. I'm not saying be closed off towards everybody, but it's okay to have high standards and it's okay to be standoffish. Not every DM needs to be responded to. Not every person trying to hit you up needs to be able to have access to talking to you. You could feel and you could understand. Don't feel like you need a rush to talk to somebody because you just feel lonely or you feel like you're never going to find somebody. No, because every time you do that, you are taking away your value and you are wasting your time each time you just go for whatever. Don't do that. I did that so many times as well. I would talk to people just because I didn't want to feel lonely without even me liking them in the beginning. And I started liking somebody who I was not supposed to even be talking to. And it just ended up in heartbreak, sadness. And I'm just like, why did I even give them access to me? Even when you are in a relationship with that person, don't let them have too much of you. Keep some stuff for yourself. Some things nobody should have access to because it is for you. Another thing I want you guys to do when you are in a relationship with somebody is to not let your happiness depend on them. When your happiness depends on another person, that means that when that person leaves, you're going to be miserable. Don't do that. Yes, someone could make you happier, but they should not make you happy. Your happiness should come from within. That's why I feel like a lot of us need to fix our mental health and our self-love and our self-worth before we get into relationships because we find a way to use them as coping mechanisms or a way to use somebody else to gain self-esteem, to gain happiness, to gain self-worth. And no, nobody else is responsible for your self-worth and how you view yourself except for you. So sis, you want to get that together before you get into a relationship because when you're in a relationship and you depend on them for everything you need, when they're gone, you're going to be sad and depressed. And who has time for that? Not you, not I, not us. The next thing I want you guys to do, sis, have your own life outside of that relationship. I have met so many women who have no life outside of their relationship, and this is not a bashing thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times your relationship becomes your whole personality, or your relationship becomes your everything, that if something does go wrong and that person ends up going and you're not with them anymore, who are you? Who are you without that person? Because I can guarantee you that man still has a life outside of a relationship. That man still has his job outside of a relationship, his career. So sis, I still want you to have a life. Even if you are a stay-at-home mother, a stay-at-home housewife, still have your own hobbies, your own stuff for yourself. Don't rely on that person for every single piece of you. If you are career-driven women, I do not want you to sacrifice your career for your relationship. Don't do that because once it's over, you're not only going to be dealing with heartbreak, but you're also going to be dealing with regret. I have met so many women who regret not going after their career because they were chasing behind a dusty who did nothing but hurt their heart and ruin their life. So it says, do not do it. The next thing I want you guys to do to prevent heartbreak is to let go of the expectations. And I know a lot of us are hopeless romantics. I was one of them, and I probably still am. If I was talking to somebody, I probably still would be hopeless romantic. But it's not healthy to have these high expectations, because when you do, if it doesn't go that way, you're going to be heartbroken times 10. You might not even have really liked the person that much, but if you put expectations on it and said to yourself that this person was going to be your husband, you thinking to yourself, okay, it has to go a specific way. And when it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you're left sad and distraught. So let go of those expectations. And I also want you guys to learn how to detach yourself emotionally, but also give them you emotionally. So have a happy medium. Like I said before, don't give them all of you, and that also means all of your emotional capacity. Meaning you should never be too attached to another person to the point where you feel like you could not live without them. If you have thoughts in your mind that you can't live without somebody, I feel like that's not healthy. And yes, we naturally just have that feeling when it comes to love. Yes, you could be sad without that person, but don't feel like you cannot live or maneuver without them, because then you're going to be like, okay, you're too attached to them. And being too attached to somebody is dangerous, because when they are gone, you are going to be sad and hurt. I'm telling you this because I understand. And also, if they do something like cheating, like any of the other stuff, you are going to be really sad if you are extremely attached to them. Learn how to do a happy medium. And a way to not get so attached to people is loving yourself. A woman that has self-love does not get super duper attached to the next person. Yes, you can be in love with somebody, but no, you don't need to be attached to the hip, to that man, to that person. That's just not how it needs to go. So a way to practice self-love while you are in a relationship is to do some stuff for you outside of your relationship. Get your hair done, get your nails done. Even if you don't want to do stuff like that, spend time with yourself. Write out things that you love about yourself. That's why I'm telling you it's important to get your self-love together before you even try to jump into a relationship, because who can love you the right way if you don't love you? You have to love yourself before anybody else can love you, sis. You didn't know? You didn't know that? You didn't know that nobody else can love you because you don't love yourself? And also, nobody is ever going to love you as much as we can love ourselves. So that's why you should always work on loving yourself to the full capacity before anybody else is allowed into your body. Yeah, that's just what it is. So love thyself before looking for love in anybody else. Stop looking for that love from other people thinking it's going to fill some void in your life. That's going to be temporary. If you do not love yourself, you're not going to find it anywhere else. Period. Bars. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was quick and short and to the point. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.